Hey, this is Mark Rodriguez, and you're watching another non-stop action-packed episode of Video Game Masters. Now, we reviewed wrestling games in the past, but they've always been either WWE or WWE back when it was still called WWF, but you know, it's the same company. We never talked about a game from some other wrestling federation. But today, we're talking about TNA Impact, which is TNA Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, which I believe nowadays is rebranded as Impact Wrestling, but you know, same company. And of course, since wrestlers do like to jump around from federation to federation, you will recognize a couple of faces. If you guys have been seeing TNA Impact back in the day, there were of course some familiar people like the Hardys and Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle. I know that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were there for a while. Even Macho Man was there for a while. But of course, the big one is AJ Styles. I believe AJ Styles started out kind of like a jobber in WWF or WWE before he became a super mega star in TNA. Now he came back to WWE as a mega star, as the phenomenal one. So that's pretty awesome. So today we're talking about TNA Impact for the PlayStation 2, and this is going to be a little different because usually when we do our reviews, we always play the game for, you know, a couple of weeks or a month, or, you know, finish the game, beat that last final boss or whatever before doing our review. Or it's an old classic game I know like the back of my hand, you know? But this is different. As of right now, as of filming right now, I have not even seen this game, so we're going to play it right now. We're going to pop that sucker in to our PS2. Let's check it out. And since, of course, this is still in the early era of the PS1, PS2, when games are, you know, going to 3D and not looking that good, let's hope it's, not too bad, but yeah, let's check it out. So let's see what we got here in this game. Let's see if I recognize anybody. Okay, oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. We got AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Sting, Christian Cage. Oh, that's cool. Booker T. The fuck? Booker T was in TNA? Hernandez, I don't know him. Homicide, don't know him. Rhino's in WWE for a while. Shark Boy? What? Robert Roode. That wouldn't be Bobby Roode? Oh god, I gotta research that shit. Okay, Google. Was Bobby Roode ever in TNA wrestling? Holy fucking shit, he was in TNA wrestling. Scott Steiner, Alex Shelley, Fallen Angel, James Storm, Chris, Sabin, Brother Devon, and all the locked characters, interesting characters. So let's start it up. Let's start with, damn, that's a lot of locked characters. Tons of locked characters. Okay, so let's pick Robert Roode, because I'm curious about him. And yeah, why not? Let him go against AJ Styles. And there's Orlando, lots of weight. Okay, you can only choose Orlando from the start. Okay, so I'm going to mute this, of course, if there's any trademark wrestling music, because YouTube is going to YouTube. Christie's Tips. Basically, don't get distracted by the TNA, I guess. The TNA and TNA.
This will be the toughest battle yet.
Okay, so I'm getting destroyed here. The graphics do look good, though. I do have to say, they do look acceptable. They look better than what I was expecting. Take all of that. Take all of the kicks. And that, too. Let's see what this does. Yeah, take some punches. Take some punches to the face. Uh-oh, the impact thing is filling up. So I guess oh, shit. Oh, crap. Styles Clash. Oh, fuck. So... Oh. Come on, get me under there. Come on. Oh, I gotta fill up this shit. No, I lost. So basically, you gotta fight it out until like the impact bar is full, and that's how you would do your finisher and win the game, which is kind of interesting. So now they got an actual match in. Let's start the review. TNA Impact was released for the PlayStation 2 and 3 and the Xbox 360 in 2008 and was developed by Midway shortly before it went under. Every wrestler has their own specific kind of throw, but you also have grapples, punches, kicks, attacks you can do to a person's arms or legs or even their head when they're down on the mat, and of course you can jump off the top turnbuckle. You can also do submission moves, and you gotta press specific kind of button combinations to get out of them before you lose and submit. Every time you do some kind of body slam or something awesome, the impact bar slowly fills up, and when it's full, you can do your trademark finisher. The game also has a lot of reversals and counters, so you're never really sure when your moves are actually going to work or when they're going to be used against you. Bitch, did you just reverse out of my finisher? There are several different kinds of matches you can have in this game, but I did notice that no matter which kind of match you're in, you can't lose due to a countout, and you also can't get disqualified for using the steel chair. So go right ahead and use that steel chair to your heart's content, you sneaky bastard. You have the main exhibition match, which is a regular one-on-one match, but you can also have tag team matches, and a free-for-all match, where it's everyone for themselves, and whoever scores the first pin or submission wins. Ultimate X is very similar to WWE's Money in the Bank, but instead of having the briefcase hanging up above the ring, you have this big red X instead, and instead of using the ladders, you gotta climb up alongside these ropes here to get to the big red X. And very similarly, whoever's the first person to get that big red X up there is the winner. Now, do you cash in the big red X? I don't know. But the Ultimate X free-for-all throws in an extra guy into the match. So now you got 3 people fighting for the red X. Once again, every man for himself. Why am I stuck? It's like the camera is in this area here. Look, I can't move forward. I can't walk. This is glitched. What the hell? This is glitched. I'm just stuck in this minor corner area of the ring here. I can't walk forward. You see me, like, I'm fucking walking forward here, and like the fucking character. Come on, Rhino. There are also submission matches where you can only win by submission, and falls count anywhere matches for regular one-on-one or tag team matches where you can lose to a pin or submission outside of the ring too. Finally, there's a handicap match where you can have it be 2-on-1. And of course, all these matches are either 1-player or 2-player or players against a computer. Now, the most interesting part of the game, without a doubt, is the story mode, where you play as this made-up superstar named Suicide who was big in TNA. However, since he wouldn't take a dive when asked, LAX beat the ever-living crap out of him, and I mean they beat him so bad, he lost his memory and he was dumped somewhere in the middle of Mexico. When he recovers, even though his memory's still gone, he still has the natural instinct to get back into wrestling, so he ends up fighting in the indies with random wrestlers like, Dark Hado over here. Do Akuma and Ryu know about this guy? Well, anyways, you get noticed by the TNA and you eventually become part of the main roster with Kevin Nash calling the shots. However, this does put you right back into the crosshairs of LAX and the mysterious man they work for. So it's very interesting to find out how Suicide will eventually regain his memories and also to see who is the guy behind all of his troubles. And as you play as the story mode, you get to unlock more stages and more wrestlers like Jay Lethal and Brother Devon's missing buddy, Brother Ray, which is kind of weird he was locked in the first place.
Let's get started. Chop chop.
Now, what really made this interesting is that even though Suicide was made up for the games, TNA eventually brought in different people to dress up as a character in the actual show and perform in actual matches. I mean, the guy's covered from head to toe, he has the mask on, it could be anyone under that mask, and it's pretty awesome. So basically speaking, Suicide is kind of sort of like a video game character that came to life. Since Midway went down, there was never a sequel to this game, but South Peak Games would get the license and the rights to release TNA Impact Cross the Line for Nintendo DS and the Sony PSP, but they were basically the same game, just with updated rosters. Alright guys, so now it's actually past midnight because that story mode was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I just want to see the ending. It was pretty interesting. As for my general thoughts on the game here, the story mode was actually interesting because I wasn't expecting it to have like cutscenes and voiceovers and stuff like that, like an actual story. This guy that got beaten so bad he lost his memory, he's trying to like regain his memory but also work his way up from the bottom to the top of the ladder of TNA. I like the extra detail that they actually showed him starting at the indies, at these unknown federations before he got picked up for TNA. That's kind of cool. But, you know, it's kind of weird because, like, the LAX guys are, like, trying to run things. They're all like, yeah, you better drop it, man. You better take a fall, I say, and all that stuff. But it's like in real life, like, whoever, like, runs the whole federation controls all that. Like, in this case, Nash seems to be the guy who runs TNA. Like, Nash decides who wins, who loses, and all that. He could have suspended them and stuff like that, you know. But it's already so interesting. It's still like you want to find out like who is the big man, who is the guy sending these guys after our character, and like even lives are at stake near the ending of the story mode. So it's very interesting though. You kind of want to see what's going on. It actually got my attention. I was kind of surprised. I was expecting to really like care, but I was so curious, you know. Now, as for the game itself, first off, the graphics are pretty good. They're a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting them to be, I guess, you know, more blockier or whatever, because it was still the PS2 era. But yeah, they're pretty good. Sometimes, of course, the models aren't too perfect. I mean, they're still kind of stiff and stuff, but realistically, a lot of wrestling games, even the more modern ones, the characters still have like weird face models or they're kind of stiff here and there. So, you know, still a long way to go, but the graphics are still better than I was expecting. And the characters look like them, and the moves look good, and the camera angles are, you know, they're decent. What can I say here? The moves I can't complain too much about, because obviously this is a game I'm playing here in 2018 as opposed to back in the day. So I'm not going to know all the moves and everything. I assume when you bought the game back then, like the game has an instruction manual, and of course back then TNA was like big, it was on TV every week and everything. I assume you're a TNA fan for buying this game, so like all the video game magazines are talking about all the tips and stuff, and you know, it's all over Game Facts and all that stuff. So it's like a different time. So I can't really complain. I can't really judge it on that. The controls do seem decent enough. The only thing, my only complaint really is like the rolling. The rolling is annoying. You can't stop yourself from rolling. You can't get up. You're on the ground. You can't fucking get up, and it's annoying because of course you're still getting attacked. You're trying to stop from rolling. That's really annoying. And I usually just roll out of the ring fast. It's just faster to roll out of the ring and get back into the ring instead of trying to get up while you're still getting attacked and everything. So, you know. Now, of course, the bigger part about the game that I kind of missed out on is the whole two-player action, because wrestling games are just more fun playing against your buddy. The computer is always going to cheat. They're always going to do the right move and stuff. It's going to be annoying to play versus the computer all the time. This game also has like a reversal system, so of course the computer is always going to reverse your moves. Like here, you can't even trust your own grapples and holds, like your own like suplexes or whatever, because they always fucking reverse it on you, and that's pretty annoying. But yeah, it gets really interesting though. It has you know matches, tag team, and you know 3 people fighting at the same time, and the whole cashing the red X thing is kind of similar to the Money in the Bank, climbing the ladder or climbing the whatever that is, like the zip line thing, whatever that you would call that, and everything. But yeah, it's pretty good. I noticed that there are no countouts, and you could just you know hit each other with weapons without being disqualified. So that's always kind of fun. Kind of hit yourself with chairs and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a decent enough roster. It's kind of weird, some of the characters, like the Dudley Boys, like you got one guy selectable, but the other guy's like locked. And I'm like what the hell? Like, unless of course they weren't like a tag team in TNA, but I'm pretty sure they were. It's just kind of weird. It's like having the New Day, and you can pick Big E, but you have to unlock Kofi. That's kind of weird, you know. But other than that, what can I say? The game's pretty decent. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. The story mode actually grabbed me. I'm pretty sure if Johnny was here, we'd be just messing around, kicking ass with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and all that. And yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I can't really say, I guess, like, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. Like, there's, like, way worse wrestling games out there that were made for the PS2 in general. So, I'm going to say it's, like, very, very above average. It's very, very above average. Like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't put it in a top 10 list, but, or maybe it would be number 10 on the list. Maybe it would be number 8 on the list. I don't know. It's like, it's not really that bad. It's not really that bad. The rolling, what pisses me off. The rolling and some of the moves not being intuitive enough, because most of the time wrestling games, they shouldn't be that complicated. You should just grab the controller and do different combinations so you kind of figure out how to do the moves. It shouldn't be like that hard in my opinion. Me and Paige played 2K18, and we just jumped in, and we were still doing crazy moves without knowing what to do. So yeah, these wrestling games shouldn't be too complicated, but you know. But anyways, yeah, the game is above average, I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it's bad. I think it would be unfair to call it bad. It actually is pretty good. I would say one of the more decent ones for the PS2 and things like that. And yeah, if you're a TNA fan, and even if you're not, because you're probably recognizing enough people in the game like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and even Bobby fucking Roode and everything, I'd say check it out. If you still have a PS2 and like to collect the retro games like I do, check it out. It's a pretty good game. And yeah, wrap up get your buddy, get your brother, your sister, whoever, and play the game. It should be fun. So anyways, guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.
So, you want to see my other signed screwdriver?
Do you want to die young?
Alright, you guys. You guys start the show, and we'll be in the other room waiting for Angel to appear, and then we'll lock onto her signal.
Hey, Pete, you okay, man? Pete! Hey!
Whoa. I don't feel so good, man. My head hurts. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Okay. Guess it's gonna be old school style, just you and me, bro.
Alright, let's do this!
Hi, guys. I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez, and you are watching the Video Game Masters.
And I'm Angel, snooping as usual.
Alright, you guys. Keep her talking. Come on.
God, my head. What's happening? What's happening to me?
Oh, hey, Angel. Do you even know what game we're gonna review today?
Yes, today we're going to talk about Final Fight Streetwise.
Oh, come on, that game's horrible!
I don't care. It will be fun.
Okay, so Final Fight Streetwise, well, those
What are you doing?
PlayStation 2 came out, like maybe early 2000s or so, and I mean,